Hello, everyone. I've been in Gibson's having a blast doing mountain biking and trail running, but I haven't been getting the upper body and the core work that I want. So we're going to do a little upper body and core workout. So if you want to join me today, you can grab your band and open that up so it's nice and stretched. They do get sticky. Little cornstarch can help that. That's another story. So let's just begin. Grab your band. Place your hands. You want to get a little bit of tension there and use that tension just to help engage the mid-back and reaching your arms long in one direction so you can lift up tall through your spine in the other direction. And just breathe in and feel your body. So as you've got this tension on the strap, you can feel that engagement through your upper arm, through the back of your shoulder, your posterior deltoid. Also that broadening in your collarbone, which is really nice. Take a breath in and then exhale. Keep the tension, but just scoop. Press down into the band to bring yourself up. Bring your feet a little closer if you didn't get much range. And then exhale, just curl. It's not very big. It's just like you're drawing your pubic bone to your belly button and maintaining that consistent tension on the band. And exhale to curl down. Good. And coming up. And one more time. 2 rounds. Good. And bring it all the way up. So now we're going to double the band here, just so you have a bit more tension so it doesn't have a lot of stretch. And bring your legs together, flex your ass, point your toes and reach forward. So we're keeping again that tension on the band so you feel that activation through your arms and mid-back. We're just going to roll right down. So curling through and arms reach overhead. Inhale, arms come up and exhale to come forward. And we're going to sit tall every time. Inhale and exhale to round back, arms overhead. Inhale and nice and smooth as you draw your belly to your spine. And lift tall. 2 more like this with the breath rolling down. So you can choose how active your arms are here by how much tension you keep on the band. You want it smooth and steady. 1 more. Lower abdominals. Reach your legs forward. Reach your hamstrings, the back of your thighs down to the ground. Good. And then bringing your arms all the way up. So staying here, arms are up. And wrists are strong. You're just going to press out and return. Now, if the band's doubled, it's going to feel heavier, so you won't have the same range of motion as if the band was single, so you can always do that to modify. Good, and you want to have just the right amount of tension that you're getting that connection in the mid-back and in your arms, but not straining in your neck. So that's key. Keep an eye on your wrists so your wrists stay nice and straight as well. Now just get enough tension that you can maintain that and then bend your elbows and extend. So we're keeping that tension steady so you're active 100% of the time and you're just pulling and pressing. Good. And pull and press, and we'll do 2 more here and press. Good. Take the band, unwrap it, take your feet behind and bring your legs into a Pilates V. Get some nice strong tension and then bring your elbows down. And even though this is legs pressing, it's not heavy enough that you're going to fatigue the legs, but you have to stabilize with your abdominals. So shoulders down and back, biceps are active, and now focusing on that connection through your abdominals. So as you exhale and slowly send your legs away, you don't want to feel your ribs lifting off the mat. You want to keep your ribs down, maintain as much neutral position in your low back. It needs to lengthen down into the mat a little. That's called an imprint. It just brings a little more stability. And exhale. And 1 more time. Exhale to press. Now take your left leg out, keep your right leg in, bend your elbows, pull it in, and now nice release work for the hips. So if you have been out doing lots of walking, lots of gardening, or the opposite, sitting, your hips and hamstrings, the back of the legs get tight. So let's just release that. It's one of my favorites with the band. And then we'll go the other way. So we inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more breath cycle. And exhale. Good. And then we'll change sides. That beautiful circumduction of the hip. It's just such a powerful joint. It can move in all these directions, but it's so tightly bound by ligaments and tendons and musculature. Also, when we come from one spine and this big pelvic muscle, this pelvic girdle, and then we've got these hips and then two legs. So lots going on there. Change direction around, allowing the muscles in the hips to release so that you can get that movement in your joint. Good. One more breath cycle. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Take this off and then just open your band again. It does, again, get a little squished up, especially if you've been using yours a lot. I've been using mine a lot. And then from nice tight grip, you're just going to take the band behind your head and then let your head relax like a hammock. Now, just check your pelvis here. Tuck and then untuck and tuck and untuck. And we want to keep the untuck. Hopefully you can hear me through your band. So no tuck. Keep your pelvis neutral. Relax your shoulders. Let your head be heavy. Inhale and exhale, curl up. So the key with this is to let your head be heavy in the band, and rather than pulling on the band with the arms, just hold the bands with the arms in a steady position and focus on your head dropping into the band while you're using your upper abdominals to press your lower ribs down. Now let's alternate a leg lift as you curl up and take it down. Other side. Exhale, curl. Shoulders down, abdominals in, and curl. And exhale. Good. Two more. Smooth and steady. Control on the way down. So again, we're working 100% of the time. Now let's add a little rotation. So as I lift and I hold the shape of my arms, it's like I'm bringing my elbow to my knee, but don't reach from the shoulder. Lift from your chest. And lift from your chest. Big exhale, rotate. So coming into your obliques here. And lift. Good. Do you feel your arms working? Hopefully you do. And lift. And one more time. And up. Good. And then take the band all the way down. Good. So now we're going to place the band over just your hip joint, basically. Get as close to on top of your thighs and hug your hands to the floor really tight and strong. And then we're just going to lift up. Keep the hands pressed down. Lift the pelvis like you're reaching your knees over your toes, and then slowly lower down. Inhale and exhale, moving through your spine. So good to open your hips and just move your spine. For those of you that are cyclists and all of a sudden you're like on your bike like crazy because the weather's finally getting good, you might notice your low back and your glutes and your hamstrings just achy and sore. So we want to open your hips and activate those muscles in the opposite way because they've been fighting when you're bent over like that. And two more times and roll up. Good. And last one. Boy, I could just do these all day. It's so good for your body to move in this way. Good. And then bring it all the way down. Then we're going to take your band and place it over your shins. And we're going to, again, get some tension here. Arms are straight. Inhale, chin nod forward. Exhale, curl up. Now, reach your arms, broaden the collarbone, draw your abdominals in, and start with your pumps. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. So you want to try not to bounce the legs, although you're pressing. The idea is that you're using your core by pushing your shins up against the band. That's it. And in, we've got some triceps and mid-back. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And really draw belly to spine, lifting your sternum. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And bring it down. Give your legs a little hug. And just open your arms. Let your legs rock over to one side. Good. And then use your abdominals to come back and over to the other side. Oh, it feels so good to stretch out the back. Excellent. And then we'll just come back to center. We'll straighten your legs out. We're going to double the band again. Take your arms overhead. Put some tension into the band. Inhale and exhale. And sit tall. Good. All right, so now we're going to sit cross-legged. Going to undouble the band unless you want that extra resistance. Good. And then again, choke up on it nice and tight. If you prefer to sit up or stand up, you can do this. I'm going to stay seated just because my space again is small and you won't be able to see me. But standing is perfect for this as well. Shoulders down and back. Lift your chest up. Reach your arms out and bring them back in. So now we're getting into some mid-back again. Triceps, and then the middle of the shoulder, your middle deltoid. And reach and pull, and reach and pull. Good. Adding some rotation, because if you're doing running or biking, all of that, or even walking, is really just forward motion. So make sure that as part of recovering and keeping your body feeling good, from these sports, we want to make sure in our cross training that we're moving our body in these other planes so that we stay nice and limber. And I've been doing this kind of work and my melt at night and waking up pretty refreshed and ready to go again. And rotate and down, and 1 more time. And rotate, center, and down. Fantastic. So now we're just going to bring the band up. And again, you can sit. Actually, I'm just going to come out of sitting cross-legged and come here. If you want to sit, come up onto your knees, you can. But again, I just want to make sure you can see me. And then I'm just doubling up on the band here to get a little more tension. So you can do that, or you can do single. And then again, just lift the shoulder blades up and then draw them down just to feel that difference. And when the shoulders are up by your ears or they're down, and then as you press out, you want to feel that link come all the way down the mid-back and really focus on your rib cage. So we're going to anchor one arm and pull with the other, and then we'll alternate. So there's some core stability work happening here, which is great. So that's the nice thing with the work that we do is we're never just doing an arm exercise, right? There's always what is stabilizing such as that the movement has control and flow, and then down and up. Good. So as you breathe, shoulders down, abdominals in through your exhale. Your exhale is where you drop into your body and you check, am I in alignment? Do I have stability? And then how does the movement feel? Good. And 1 more each side. Excellent. And bring. Doesn't take a lot just to get some feeling of tone, does it? Like my arms are feeling like I wasn't getting much work there. And now they're already feeling like there's some nice energy in them, which is perfect. And then you can again undouble if you like, but we're just going to press out. I don't want to be here forever. So we want to have enough or sufficient resistance that we can get the work that we want, 12 to 15 reps. We're not going to get the work we want really in 3 to 4 because this isn't a heavy enough load. Good. So make sure you're comfortable in your position, either sitting cross-legged, sitting on a chair, or standing. The lower body, really just make it so your spine is tall and you're happy where you are and you're able to enjoy yourself. And then open. Good. And then just keep an eye on your wrists in this position. easy for the wrist to cock, but focusing here, strong wrist, and just that real strong line from the back of the arm right across your mid-back where your shoulder blades are. And just 2 more with the breath. Exhale, good, and exhale, and then bring it in. Excellent. All right, so let's have a little seat here. Now we're going to do biceps, and because I'm seated, this is how I'm going to do it. But you could sit in a chair and put the band under your feet, or you can stand with the band under your feet. So either way is excellent. And then you just want to choke up, especially if you're seated, because your anchor isn't very far from your hands. More challenging to be standing and doing this, but we'll just go into a little bicep curl. So because of the way the band is, it's hard to hold the band with the palm up. So you just grab this way with thumbs up, buttercup here. And then it's more of a hammer curl. So we're working more the biceps brachialis, but that's okay because we usually just do palm up, which means we're just getting the biceps brachii. And so this is cross training from what we normally do as well. So nice and strong through your posture, soften the shoulders, strengthen through your mid-back, activate your center, and breathe. Good. And we can add challenge by adding some pulses. So we can pulse 4, 3, 2, and on 1 release. And again, pulse 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And 4, broad collarbone, and release. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and forward. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4. Return. We'll do 2 more. Often I don't like to do a ton of reps, more just because I start to get distracted. And one of the principles of Pilates, cross. If you're standing, you can stay standing and just cross your straps. And if you're sitting, you can stay sitting. And so now I've just crossed them. I'm going to keep my knees bent so I don't feel like I'm locking out the back of my knees. Just creates a bit more of an anchor. And if you're sitting like me, you're going to choke up on it tighter. So it depends if you're sitting or standing, you're going to be hanging on in a slightly different spot. And just row. Here you do have to keep your feet active and pulled apart because there's some tension pulling against the feet. But that's okay because it's good to work the feet too, right? We want to work the tops of the feet and the stirrup muscles on the side of the shins. So this is lots of little bonuses going on here. Spreading the toes, right? As you open the feet like this and spread them out, so good. They get all cramped up in shoes. Squeeze the shoulder blades. That's it. And squeeze. And then one more time. And let's add our 3 pulses. So Joseph Pilates, his piece was that you want to focus on the quality of the movement. Focus and concentration and precision, those are 3 of the 10 principles in Pilates that we operate from. And so the idea is that you're really present with every repetition. So you're really thinking here, sitting tall, good, letting go of any tension that doesn't serve you, focusing the work between the mid-back and your upper arm. That's it. And then you work just until that momentary fatigue with the detail, the finite detail, and then you're done before you start to get distracted and think about other things. So focus and concentration is part of the discipline of this work. Good. So taking the band off. Excellent. So let's just put the band to the side and we'll bring your arms forward here and we'll have you breathe in. And exhale, just come back to your low back touches down and your legs are in tabletop. Shoulders down and back. We'll do double leg stretch. So you inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. Keep your eyes on your thighs. And remember, you're not holding your head up from your neck. You want to focus on the work being here. Is your neck active? Yes. Do we need a strong neck? Yes. But we don't want to strain the neck. So as you exhale, focus on your upper abdominals, really pushing the low ribs down, and that's what caused the flexion of your upper body. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, hold here to curl yourself up, shake your neck out, relax your shoulders. Hold tabletop. Open your arms, take your hands behind your head. Just helps your head if you gently press your head back into your hands. And now we do single leg stretch. Exhale. Your toes, my fancy colorful socks here, You can see pressing them, pointing them to the same spot in space. And you exhale, 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 and rotate. Keep your elbows wide. Keep your shoulder blades as far off the mat as you can. So here I come to the left, and as I'm rotated left, I want to think about lifting my left shoulder blade up off the mat. Good. And rotate. And rotate. Now let's take it over to the left. Good. Now take your left hand behind your thigh, elbow wide on the right. Use your arm to help lift you up a little higher. Draw your abdominals in, soften through the shoulders. Stay lifted as you take this hand off and rotate to your right, left, right, left. Ready to hold right. Stay there. Take your right hand behind your thigh. Bring yourself up a little higher. Draw your abdominals in. Stay lifted. You can do it. Use your breath. Take your right hand behind you. Ready for 4 more. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it center and take it down. And give your legs a little hug. Good. All right, so let's roll on to our side and work some of our obliques. So I'm going to place my forearm, my elbow, basically under my shoulder. And you have a couple of choices here. One, you can keep your knees down, and we're just going to lift. We're focusing on our obliques, and then come back down. And lift and lower. Now, your next option would be to straighten your legs. And same thing. Focus here on your hips going up, hip up, and using your bottom ribs to lift and down. Good. Focus here as well on the stability of your shoulders so that you're not collapsing in the shoulder, lifting, ribs lift, hip lifts. Good, and we'll do 2 more, up and down, and 1 more time, up and down. Good. Now, we're going to go up. We're going to bring this hand down and roll onto our toes, and we're in a forearm plank here. You want your hips and your shoulders level, your head with your spine, so your eyes are gazing forward, and rock forward and back on your toes. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Drawing belly to spine. Every exhale, shoulders down, abdominals in. Same thing through your breath. And we'll go 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your knees down. Turn your hand in. Transition to the other side. Now I'm going to flip my head over, but you can stay there just so that you can see me from the front. Rude to have my back to you. So your shoulder is stable. Here we go. Option from the knees, lifting your hip up and down, and lift and down. Next option, straighten your legs out and lift and down. Shoulder stability. Press your forearm in your hand into the mat so you stay nice and strong and supported through the shoulder, and lift and down. We'll do 2 more, up and down and up and down. Good. And then bring it over, and we'll sit back into a shell stretch. Good. Take a nice big breath in and exhale. Good. So coming onto your hands, I'm going to do push-ups for my knees today because actually, in all honesty, my triceps are kind of sore from mountain biking. So I was getting more upper body than I thought. I just didn't realize it till I started doing some stuff. So I'm going to stay on my knees so my form is good. Your option is up on your toes. So let's do 6 good ones. Here we go. 6. You want your chest to lead, not your nose. That's it. And 2 more. And 1. Good. Now, curl the toes, come right up. Walk your hands in a little closer. Push into your arms, draw your belly to spine, and step 1 foot forward and step it back. Then the other leg forward and step it back. And forward, good. And back, Forward. Let's do 6 more push-ups from the toes or your knees. Ready? Shoulders down, abdominals in. Simple Simon gets you where you want to be. That's it. And 4, and 3. Good job. 2, and 1. And take it back. Nice easy breath in. And exhale. There you go. Good. So thanks for hanging out with me today. So that's just a quick core and just moving the spine and arms. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.